Hey everybody, Kenneth Russell here. Today we are looking at this classic wooden turntable by 1ByOne. Check it out. All right, so we're taking a look at this 1ByOne classic wooden turntable. And I've actually done another review on my channel of another turntable by 1ByOne that I was not happy with. And this one is significantly better. It's a significantly better product. I'm going to just go through some of the features here, and then we'll talk about my conclusion at the end. Okay, here's the back panel here. You can see that it has an auxiliary in right here and a line out and just a power plug. So if you have an MP3 player that you wanted to plug into this and use the speakers that are built into this, you can. I don't necessarily recommend that because the speakers are pretty good, but they're not amazing. And you probably have another boombox or something that would work better for this. But if this is the only speakers you had, you could hook up your iPod to it or whatever you wanted. This is just a line out for additional speakers in case you didn't want to use the built-in speakers here, which is probably the best option. Now, one thing about this, the volume knob on the record player itself does not affect the volume coming out of this. So it's a line out and the volume doesn't do anything. So you have to use the volume on whatever other device that you're plugging it into. Okay, let's open this up and we'll look at the inside here. Right down here we have just the control panel here with the different buttons, and in the manual it shows exactly what reasons you're using this for, what each one of these buttons do. But it also has this USB port here, and that is for recording your records. So if you have an old record that you want to, maybe you don't want to pull out the record player every time you want to listen to it, you could record this onto a flash drive and then play it on your computer or burn it onto a CD or however you wanted to do it. And so that's what these different buttons do. It's ways of accessing that, and it's pretty easily laid out in the manual. Okay, let's go from the top here. This is the adapter for different types of records. So if you have like a 45 record, you can just plug this in here and you'll be able to put it on this, I forget what that's called, the center point of the record player, and use 45s. Moving down here, this is the volume here, and that's what it does, is the volume. Take a look here at the needle there. This is actually pretty well made. It's made out of metal, and it actually seems pretty strong. All right, so playing a record on this is super easy. Let me put this on here. There we go. So over here it has this like little latch right here. You just unlatch that. That just holds the arm in place. It has this little lever here that lifts up the arm so that you're not going to scratch the record, and then it automatically starts playing. Okay, so playing the record is pretty simple. All you have to do is, it has this little latch right here on here. You undo this latch, and it has this arm lifter, and when it pulls over, as soon as you can hear it click there, as soon as it pulls over, it starts to spin the record. And when you pull it down, it'll start playing as soon as it hits. All right, I'm going to turn this off for copyright reasons, just in case I don't want to get flagged for that. The speakers on here are actually pretty good. They're significantly better than the previous record player that I've reviewed. I would have no problem listening to this at a party or just kind of listening to a record in my leisure. So overall, I'm pretty happy with that. It's pretty well made. All right, I'm going to move on to this part here, this flash drive system that it's got that I think is really neat. Basically what it does is it allows you to record the record onto a little flash drive and have it for a digital file for it. This is actually going to be pretty cool for me because my mom, back years ago before I was born, made a record with her sisters. And I think it'd be kind of cool to put that onto a digital file and just have it. It'd be a little bit easier than pulling out the record player every time I wanted to play it. Anyway, but it's pretty simple. All you basically have to do is get it going the same way, and then you hit record, and it starts to flash that it's recording. And then when you hit stop, it will be on the flash drive. You can play it from the record player itself, or you can take it and put it into your computer and play it from your computer. One thing to note though is it plays one file. It makes like one big file. If you want to have each of your songs, you're going to have to do it for each of your songs. Or what I would recommend is to record one full recording of it and then just put it into some software and cut it up somehow. Overall, I'm super happy with this for the price point that it is. If you're just looking for a relatively inexpensive record player, this is the way to go. So that's my review of this classic wooden turntable here. I don't think you'll go wrong with it for the price point. I'm very, very satisfied with it.